In this video, we will cover how to hack authority while getting started, or even if you're an established business, how to increase your enterprise value and be more credible in a competitive niche so that you can stand out and get more business. In case if you don't know who I am, my name is Nikhil Sai. I run a company called FunnelingMedia. 19-year-old broke dropout turned millionaire in 2 years, sharing everything I've learned to help you make your first or next $1 million. So if that sounds interesting, consider subscribing and watch the full video. When I actually got started, I was a 19-year-old broke dropout starting a new marketing agency, have zero clue what I'm going to do. I'm trying to help businesses, right? And I had a little bit of experience with affiliate marketing. I made a little bit of money there, not insane amounts, but it was fine for me to gain enough experience and have a good context of how marketing works, why people buy online, and how can funnel be built overall. We were pretty heavy in that ClickFunnels gang back then, but I was struggling. Like, I was jumping on sales call where I pitched for very, very low, but then I was pitching for three, five, even $10,000 per services. And I was like, why in the world a business owner sitting in US running a business would wire or pay somebody in India who is 19 years old, who has no college degree, putting in $10,000? Has no more logic other than that. It has so much friction because of trust, right? Like, because there is no authority to me to be able to command the result. Of course, getting results later first and then asking for payment is a different story. Then you can get taken advantage on, especially when you don't have authority, because they will think that you can't do anything, right? So you need to be conscious. So here is what I have done for myself. So I looked into the ClickFunnels community and I was like, okay, who are the most credible people here? And I saw, the little awards you see behind the scene. It's called the 2 Comma Club. 2 Comma Club is an award given to people who at least hit $1 million in verified sales through ClickFunnels. So back then it was this hypey thing happening. There were just like 1,000 ClickFunnels users who got this award back in 2020 when I was getting started. So I was like, interesting. So these guys are the authorities in the group. Like, whenever somebody posts a picture with the 2 Comma Club, they would get thousands of engagements on their post. So everybody was like, this guy is God, that is the type of hype. So I was like, okay, how can I associate with them? But again, I was very insecure about what I can do with this. So what happened is I saw somebody, his name is RJ Ahmed. He's from Pakistan and he was interviewing these people, 2 Comma Club winners. Not just 2 Comma Club winners, he was interviewing a variety of entrepreneurs, but they were just few 2 Comma Club winners he were interviewing. I was like, oh, wow, can we talk to these people? Can we get their advice? Can we ask questions? And these people have time to reply back? Nothing like it. Like, this sounds like a deal to me. So that's what I've done. Next moment, I was like, I crafted one message like, hey, I'm a ClickFunnels guy. I love building funnels. I have few audience. I have like 1,500 friends on my Facebook back then. I was like, my audience would love to know how you have hit the $1 million level using, your funnel. As you're a 2 Comma Club winner, would you mind sharing your story? For my surprise, a lot of people said yes. And then I interviewed one guy. Then I used his name to get the second guy. Then I used both of their names to get the third guy. Then I continued this process. Now at this point of time, we have done over 105 interviews. So that's how typically it is done. There is no magic science. It was just numbers game. I had a purpose to do this. And, purpose was learning myself about how these guys have done it. It was a very selfish, podcast, while helping the viewers because it was done publicly so that you guys can learn and do it themselves. So in the process, I became one of them, by the way. Before I finished my 100 interviews, I hit, my own 2 Comma Club. Then we got this silver award, which is 2 Comma Club X, $10 million. Then I have this beauty behind me. It's a $25 million award. Then we have done multiple millions in different businesses. It's just insane. So coming back, so that was like the thing, right? Like, I actually saw that I'm in a niche, ClickFunnels. Who are the most, credible people here? 2 Comma Club winners. How can I associate with them? And podcast was my way to do it. So you might not considering doing podcast. In case if you don't want to, that's fine. But I would say highly recommended. Like, it's the easiest way to connect with people you ever dream to talk to, because these people would never spend time with me if I was not doing a podcast. Like, imagine that I got 100 consults. These people easily charge $1,000 each for 1 hour of their time minimum. So that means I got, $100,000 worth of coaching. I can ask my questions, which I want to know the answers for on the podcast, and I'm getting advice for it. And it's legit. Like, that's how I learned it. And I exactly implemented what I learned. Action taking is the biggest thing. Don't be a action talker, be an action taker. So I did what I learned, and then I became one of them as well. Now, coming back, the framework is just understanding who are the most credible people, do some type of partnership, go work for free and get a result and use that as a case study to attract other clients, or who are the top in the niche so that you can associate with them in some format so that you could actually gain credibility. So that is the framework here. Hacking authority is not tough. Understand which niche, which service you're providing, and see the authority already and try to associate yourself with them in any way possible. It might be you going on a podcast with them, or it might be you being able to help them in a way, or taking a picture with the founder, or attending a physical event and taking a picture and using it on your social media site, or being published in news articles. It could be hacking authority in any way possible, but you need to understand how your clients perceive your brand, and how either your clients perceive something else where they actually feel that something is credible, how you can associate your brand with the existing authority. So in my case, I was serving ClickFunnels audience, and they associate Two Comma Club as the highest level of authority at that point of time. And I was trying to associate myself, my brand, with them using my podcast. So try to apply this framework. It's pretty simple. Just have a document, create something simple, and just be like, who am I serving? What do they already perceive as things which are valuable to them? And how can you associate your brand and your personal brand or yourself to those things which they already believe are credible in their life or add value in their life? And you could do it in any format possible. Be as much creative as possible. It could be JV partnership. It could be sharing your story to their audience. It could be launching a book about that topic. It could be doing interviews. It could be conducting an offline event. It could be you being on their podcast. Doesn't matter. As long as you associate, it should work. So I hope this strategy serves you very, very well, because this was one of the easiest ways I actually used to hack into a new audience, which I have zero trust on, because again, who will send a wire transaction of $10,000 to a 19-year-old from India who has no degree? Might sound cheesy, but in reality, when I have associated myself with these Two Comma Club winners, and I was actually with them in the trenches, helping them as well, because after podcast, I get to know them well, and I work with them. I did business with them. I've joined my different masterminds. I've built lifelong friendships. So it's amazing, guys. It is amazing. So then, I actually delivered on my promises. That means along the way, I was consistent with my existing clients, gave them results. I have testimonials and enough proof to back up who I'm pretending to be. And now people are comfortable doing business because they can see that I am authority in the niche, because I associated something they already have a pre-framed authority. So now I can hack it overall. So that is typically how I have done it. I hope this video helps you out. So if you're struggling, just use this framework, understand your client, think about what they already perceive as credible stuff, they look up to, and then just try to associate your brand with that, and, use it so that they know it, you actually did it. And there you go. That's how you've done it. So I hope this video added any value to your life. In case if this did, please consider subscribing to my channel and comment down below about any thoughts on this video. And in case if you have any suggestions for me to make the next video on, please feel free to comment down below. I always look into the comment section. This is me, the Nikhil Sai. I'm sharing everything I've learned to help you out.